Hello, everybody in YouTube land. Hello, guys and dolls. I know Dusty Blonde is live. I'm sorry, but as I promised, as I said, I was going to do, as the title says, once everybody comes in, the box opening, so that everybody can see what is in it. I got a good idea. Just you keep me near, I'll be so good to you and good to you. I wanna have you, love you like you want me to. I'll do anything for you. Be so good for you. Just to let you know as well, and I'm still waiting for the other two designs, but that'll start it off. There's a it's postcard, so that'll be going out, and also that that's weird. That there's three watching, but nobody talking. What's that all about? So there's people looking, but there's nobody talking. Come on, at least somebody. Because I'm not opening it. I'm not opening the box yet until I got a few people in. Because I said last night it was late. It was late on. Unless unless StreamYards is not letting the comments through. Hi Nationwide, thank God. At least somebody. Don't ask me. Hello Nationwide, and how are you today? I'm waiting for some more people to come in. 'Cause I need to get a pair of scissors. I need to get a pair of scissors to open. Because it's quite a heavy box. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Mahosh. Mahosh. Mahosh Trahosh. Hello. I'm okay. How are you? Dinner's ready. Dinner's ready. Always happens. Maho. Mahosh. That's the way I would pronounce it. Mahosh Trahosh. I know there's four watching. I see you looking, I'm shirking. I will be sending him out. I'll probably get some more made up. As I said, I'm waiting for the. It was supposed to be. I've been waiting a while for the other one. There's two other designs, but I'm still waiting for them. But while I'm waiting, decided I'll make him up. Hi, Charles Kelly. I'm okay. How are you? Three watching. I'm waiting for. I'm trying to not keep these all because obviously you'll be wanting to go elsewhere and there'll be other people live and I know Dusty Blonde. I know Dusty Blonde's live at the moment. I don't know, hi ho. I haven't opened it yet, buddy. I haven't opened it. My name is Michael Caine, and I'm a pain. I can't believe how they handled the mail, as in how you end up something like that can end up in a state like that. I know it's like because that one isn't. So I can't understand why. I can't understand why that one's damaged. That one's damaged unless it was different people on a different day. Probably temporary. But everybody turns around and says blame temporary worker, blame temporary staff. Might not be the case. It might not be the case. Somebody had a bad day. And decided I'll kick that about. But luckily it's wrapped up well inside it. And as I said, it's 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 a mail call or a shout out to Lemonhead Penny because it's always really nice. It's always really nice stuff. Always, it's really good stuff. Deliveries about what? About 70. It's about what? It's about 80 on it. Hi ho. But you're talking about it's quite a good weight. It's quite a good weight. It's quite a good weight that's inside it. Um, what's the weight? Can't see the weight. Wait. Where is it? It's, can't see the weight in that. Hold on, hi, hold on, I can't see the weight on it. Is that 34? it's 34. It's 34.3. It's 34.3 pounds. £3. Aye, it's 80 USD, 80 USD. So it'll be like slightly less than by the time GBP. But I was going to put it this way, I was going to bring a bar top machine over for the US, as in for this guy specially builds them. So I emailed him. I never fell on my back when he told me the price, as in a bar top. Right now, bar top thing, or bar top arcade sits. It's that's the square dimension. It's about that, but at least that. There's hard length inside it. Over $300. Over $300. I says, see the thing. I says, see your thing. I won't be buying it. Because I was like, nah. So it was like, I think it was like 400 odd pound for it, and then another 300 on top. So it was like 700. It was like 700 for it. I was like, I can buy it for 3.5. I can buy one, as in for 3.5. Same one for 3.5. I was like, nah. Because I like a lot of the products for America, because I feel that the American stuff is a lot better than the British stuff. It's better. It's built the quality that British used to build, because a lot of the stuff is Chinese. It's Chinese, and it's light. It's horrible. It's 6 months at the more. 6 months you shoot it, and it's knackered. And then it's knackered. And if I'm buying something, I like my bit of quality. It's 80, 70. See, 79.95, 79.95. So it's just short of $80. I think that's quite good. And hi ho. That's tracked as well. That's tracked as well. So you've got it in the system. Because that's the way that when Durbin send me their box, because that's the Durbin's box. I'm doing Lemonheads first, because that's Lemonheads. I've been waiting for that for ages, and then I was waiting for that behind it. That's the Joe Durbin one. That's I don't know, Charles, what was in it. I think it might have been a Pandora. There's about 4 different versions that they build the bar top arcade. They build it with either a MAME in it, which is a JAMA. It looks like a JAMA board. They've got also one that's called MAME, which is built with a PC tower, built with just a PC tower in it for gaming. And then you've got what you call a Pandora's. They've got a Pandora's box, a Pandora box. It's just like a box. It just looks like a square box, but you can also build it with a Raspberry Pi, because that's the four one. I built it with because it's an extra £12 or whatever, as in because you buy the casing separately. So that's the casing plus the fan. So that's that one built, and I built the other. I built the other one. I built it better with the other one in it. I built it better design. I get the box. I get the box, the plastic box, which is quite tough. That bit's quite tough, but the bottom's not. I bought the box bit off of Amazon. That acrylic case I bought off of Amazon. The joystick and the buttons I bought them off of Amazon as well because it's a kit or the kit, and there's the USB decoder. There's the USB decoder, and then you get the Raspberry Pi, and because that's the three one that's inside that. About that, I've just to do I've just to do the USB part yet, and that's it. Just the last part to doing that, and that's it. The kit. If you're waiting and stuff, hi ho, as and if you're holding it back, you might end up with in that a box like that. What was the price of that? I can't remember. That was $79.90. That was $79.45. So it's dollars USD hi ho 79 thingy. But you've got quite a bit of weight in that, buddy. It's like it holds quite a bit. Once it's all packaged up, you get quite a lot of stuff in one of the boxes hi ho. If you're doing it that way, I think it works. To be honest, I'd rather have it that way because it saves having to, as in every time the shipping added on, which could be like 20, it could be like 30 or 40 $40 added on. So if you bought, say for instance, a coin, right? So you get what, four coins in it, and there's another 15 $20 added onto that. So it's costing you 20, then say 25, just for roughly figures, another 25. That's 45, that's 40 ties scrapping, hoarding, thinking of fun. That's 45. If you went to sell that, there's no money. There's no money on that. That way, as in you're saving 2 or 3 trips. You're saving two or three trips at a time. As long as you're fine, mate. Hi ho. It just happened to be that down me that I decided to gift you a roll of coins. I don't know. It's just sometimes I'm like that. I just spur of the moment, and I thought it's nice to give something away, or give somebody that I feel as if we're part of the family, as in with the coins. Can't do it. I can't do it all the time. I can't do it all the time, but it's cheaper for me to do it that way than what it is for me to get it here and then having to send it to you. Because that's why the whole idea. That's why the whole idea with the. Hold on, I get them. Come on, get. There's a toad. Come here. Come here, you. Oh God. Get here. That's why I'm doing the grab bag, because if somebody gives me, as I'm saying, if somebody donates the 30, because Charles Kelly gave me 60. The last time that he got one, he done 60, and I was overwhelmed in him. That's too much. I was like, that's too much. But he felt that I wasn't earning any money off it, because obviously it's costing me as in quite a bit for international track delivery. And I was like, you've gave me too much. Okay, no problem, Charles. You're fine. So I was like, you gave me too much. So I was like, well, I'll just put two. I'll just give you two. I'll just give you two of them. Sent them two of them. I'm only trying to make sure that I cover myself. So I'm bothered about as long as I cover myself and it's not costing me, it's not coming out my as in heavily out my pocket. I couldn't give two monkeys. I don't mind the odd five, 10 here, 15 there. I don't mind that. It's when it gets like £30 £30 a time, so you've like six times. So that's 6 times 30. It's quite a bit of money before you even start. As long as you're happy, Charles, that's fine. That's all I want. I don't because my reputation, my reputation means more to me than anything else. And as long as people are happy, that's all that matters. Because that's all my dad ever wanted to do as well. He was the same. He makes somebody happy. He was quite happy. If he done a job for him, he get paid. He get paid to make sure that he wasn't out of pocket. But he wouldn't charge fortunes. Quite happy. He got a turn. And he was quite happy. So a lot of the things that I took, a lot of the things I took off him, I took off him because I was like, this is because it's nice to see somebody else happy, or the lot. It's like giving a kid a bit of candy and they haven't seen it. They've never seen a bit of candy in their life, and you give them it and they're like, and you see the eyes light up and oh my god, look at that. That's I heard the idea was to was to get was to get the minimum requirements for YouTube because I was always frightened. I was always frightened in case they could close the account. So the whole idea was to get up to the 1k, get the monetization, and then be able to put the PayPal. I didn't even see Demon Rat. I don't even see Demon Rat. Thanks for coming in, Demon Rat. Get to the monetization part, but it was to put PayPal onto it and also put the super chats on it, so that when people donate, I could give something back, and that was the whole idea. Was to so that I had content, because the whole idea was to have content for the channel. Don't tell me he's not all leaving me. For Pete's sake, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. You're leaving me. Aye, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't to make money. It was to have content constantly going on the channel, because that money, the money that I put into it is my own money. Is the money that I get for being as not working. But it's not that I don't want to work. 'Cause it's not the case. That's not the case. I've never ever turned around and said shied away for work. If it's when you go for employment, right? Say for instance, you go for employment, you go for a job, and you go for an interview. An employer picks and chooses who they like the sound of. And if they turn around and say, well, how do you get to work? Well, I use public transport. They're like, public transport, an hour, 2 hours, you might be here, you might not be here. I know, hi ho, I know you do. I know, but that's what I'm saying. You're con. But to me, that feels as if you're always out of pocket because it's you that's actually putting the money out in the first place. I'm not expecting people to do donations, but it's nice to have that facility. It's nice to have that facility on it, as in that you can put your PayPal onto it, attach it, and also the super chats. Because that was my thought. Because when I've done the giveaway stuff's here. Do you know what I mean? The giveaway stuff here, like for the 1K and stuff like that, that's all here. That's all here. They didn't come for. The problem was they didn't come forward. They didn't come forward to get their stuff. It's there. It's all stapled. Their name's stapled. And yeah, they didn't come forward, hi ho. I'm not saying that we should be getting money. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that dang me that it all comes out of it all comes out of our pocket. We've got to subsidise that. And it comes a time where you're like I can't keep just forking it out. Because it's like that Philly set. That Philly set's still here. That's fire cage. That's fire cages. Fire caging told me to keep. Fire caging told me to keep it, but I wouldn't do that. Fire caging will get something. It's just that it was going to cost a fortune to send it because I send it differently. I send it as international tract. The reason I do that is because I want people to get the stuff. I don't I like to time it so that they can turn around because look at the carry on with blooming look at the carry on with Conan non-conformist confirmation non-conformist. I'm not bashing the guy. I'm not saying that the guy was wrong. I'm not saying anything nasty about the guy. I'm saying that people didn't believe that he was going to send it. And they were like, "You're holding it back. You're never going to send that." It's not the case. It's the fact that people can see when you put it international tracked, it's got its own tracking number because when you send it normal post only gives you a proof a postage. It doesn't. It just says that it tells you the date on a receipt. It tells you the date and a postcode. It doesn't give you proof. It's not good enough. Because that's what happened to me. It happened to me in eBay. A guy turned around and says he didn't get his stuff. And they were like, "Can you show us proof? Can you actually show us proof?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "There's the thing, me. There's a recorded delivery. As in the United Kingdom, there's a recorded delivery. There it's there. And that's where it went." And they were like, "Aye, you're not at fault. He's in the wrong. He was trying to get the item, plus he was trying to get his money." Okay, put not everybody's like that on YouTube because YouTube's a different thing altogether. But it's still the same. It's still the same. It's the principle. It's the principle. It's the principle behind it, and that's what I always stand for. Is the principle. It's something. It's not. It's not the money. It's not the money factor. Because you don't want somebody to turn around and say, "Oh, what," and go about. It's like somebody going about YouTube and turn around and say, "He didn't send it. He don't touch him. Don't touch him with a barbell." He hang me as he done a giveaway, but he never sent nothing. Exactly. There's my point. Hang on. I'm not having a go at anybody. I'm just saying. I'm just using it as an example because I've got everything that's done, It's like them ones, the ones that I said about the UK. Okay, I don't follow videos up. I don't follow videos up, as in I don't do them in it. I do a video. I do it. as in to the very end of that live stream or that video, and that's it. That's the end. I move on to the next. I move on to the next thing. I don't hold anything. If people come to me or ring me, as in they put in a comment, they need to be able to give me their address. I can't. I can't give out something if you don't. If nobody gives me their address, I can't send. I can't send it. Because that was for the United Kingdom, as in two, two weeties. Because I've got more of them than what I've got anything else. Because that's a giveaway that I won, as in with a sticker with a sticker in it and a mug from Mix Moores. That's Mix Old Design, that with a cup. But it's very seldom that I win anything. I've won twice on Warns. I've won once on Lemonheads. I've won a couple of bits through the years, but I never won like all the time, or won on a constant basis. And I don't see that anybody go to a channel and that's all they want is to get free giveaways all the time. You support a chat. You support a channel because you like the content and you like the you like the person as a person, because you get to that's exactly what you do. You get to know a person, but you have to take time. You have to take time to get to know that person. It just doesn't happen overnight. You can't just watch one video of somebody on a channel and say, I don't like the guy. I'm one of these people that it takes me time to understand somebody, or I want to watch it a few times and feel. It's like you feel something there, as if you connect, and you're like, that's when it comes together. That's when it comes together. Because it's like Lemonhead. I've been buying stuff off of Lemonhead for the last year and a half. I've got really nice stuff. It's the same as Dingy, as in Joe and Diane. Joe and Diane didn't need to as in turn round and offer to take the mail in, or to hold the mail for me. They didn't have to do that, but they done it out of the goodness of their heart. But that's why I ended up, because I'm not gonna take advantage of that, because they've done that for me, and that's why I tend to buy a bit, or keep buying a bit, because I get good stuff from them. And also ding me, as in I didn't want people feeling that I've just taken advantage of people, because that's not my style. I don't do things like that. I was never brought up to do it. As my dad says, you don't shut doors on yourself. You don't shut doors on yourself. Because that's exactly what you're doing. People get fed up with you. Why should I be doing this for this person? He doesn't do anything for me. I don't, and I'm not doing me, and it's a case of, well, he's buying stuff off everybody else, but he's not buying it off of me. He's not buying it off of me. That's below the belt. That's below the belt. That's below the belt. You don't do things like that. Somebody offers you, as in, I know that's not the way to think, but that's the way I am. I've been like that because that was my dad would. It was like you're taught these things by a forefather or somebody that becomes a role model, and they get it in your head, as in how they work things and how they see it, and that's when you end up, it gets drummed into you, and you sort of always sort of remember it that way. I don't know why everybody's sitting in the chat. I don't know why everybody's sitting in the chat, because they could have done me. They were all like, Mahosh, Mahosh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of you, buddy. I'm not sure of you. I think I might know you, but I'm not sure. But like Hi Ho could have come up in the panel. Andrew Kelly, Charles is away. I know Charles is away to bed now, as not some for rest. Um, Andrew Cooper could have come up in the panel if he wanted. I don't stop people coming up in the coming up in the panel. I don't stop people for doing it, for coming up panel. But if you don't ask, you won't get, you won't get. There is money to be made in GAWs to shout out video for me. See, I feel as if everybody deserves a shout. Everybody deserves a shout, or most of the people on YouTube deserves a shout out because they all have good They all have good content, but it takes time to move up the ladders, and then some of them are more known to others than what others are because of how long they've done videos, they've done auctions and whatever else. So they become bigger names on YouTube, bigger names on YouTube. Because Victoria already sent, because as I said, I've actually contacted Victoria, and I felt well. She says Victoria turned around and says you don't have to do that, but I feel that I do owe her something, as in Victoria. I don't look at it that way, hi ho, as in how much somebody wins. It's like if you think about it, look at Hidden. You could say the same about Hidden, how much stuff that Hidden wins, but it's not about winning. I tend to take it's like I take part, but sometimes I don't know what's going on in the community because nobody actually talks to me and says, see, the only reason I don't do that, hi ho, is because I would have to talk to Joe and then say to Joe, is it okay to do that? Because I don't feel it's right in giving somebody's address out if they haven't gave you permission. And it was Joe that offered to do it. It was Joe that offered to do as in to take the mail in or to go to his and then for his to mine's. See, people say that the whole hobby is about money and adding value. I just collect it because I like it. It's to me, it's different. It's to me, it's unusual because it's like coins that I've never seen before. Because the last time I ever, I know, but I didn't ask, and I didn't feel right in saying that it was okay. I've just turned around and says you need to, I've told people you need to speak to Joe, ask Joe, contact Joe or email him and say, is it okay if I send you Alexander's package to you? Because if he's not because in rights he's got rights as in he say yes or no. Because you're sending it to him, he doesn't have to send you it out. He's doing you the honour of doing that service, and that's the way I look at it. It's like you turning around high ho and saying it's okay find me if everybody sends your mail. But I would be the one to turn around and say, well, you need to speak to hi ho because he's got rights as in to say yes or no, whether it's okay or not with him. I wouldn't just take it. I wouldn't just take it and say it's okay. That's fine. It's fine. It might be fine with me, but it might not be fine with it. It might not be fine with him. zero watching, zero watching. I know it's nice of them. It is. It's overwhelming for me as in to be accepted into the USA community, and that's what it actually. It's like gut wrenching to me, as in it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like an overwhelming feeling. It's like a warm feeling you get, but it comes from the heart to be accepted as in be everybody else in this community. Because the UK are totally different. It's taking time. It's taking time for that to happen. I don't. We all go through that high hole. We trust somebody, and then they turn their back. Then they turn their back on you. Then they turn your back on you. I had it done with me. Somebody was doing me a favour, and somebody wanted to take o- and somebody wanted. I've not had Lemon do it with me. It was a bit. I asked him before, but I just leave it. If Lemonhead to ding me or whatever, and somebody says I wouldn't go any further with it. I but I had that, and somebody wanted to take over it, and when they decided to take over the running, he get my mail. They never sent it. And the person that done it is no longer in the YouTube community, or is no longer on YouTube, or doesn't do videos on YouTube. And the way I got it back, the way I managed to get it back, was I paid somebody else. I went to somebody else and done it through emails and said to them, "Can you do me a favor? If I pay you money, can you buy it off the person? I'll give you the money. I'll put it into your account, and you use that money to get my mail back." So I gave him about a percentage for to get my mail back, and turned and says, "Can you say you want to buy all that, you want to buy that stuff?" And that's how I got it back. So I've not been ripped off just once. It's twice. Twice it's happened to me. But the first time I never spoke about it. First time I just left it because I thought it's just the one. I thought it's just the one. It's just a one off. It's just a one off. It's just a one off. It'll not happen again. And then it, somebody else tried it, and I'm like, this is too. It's coming to. It's coming a case where it's coming too often, as in somebody seen that some people are soft touches, and I thought, no, it's not going to keep happening. But luckily, we've found the right. Put it this way, we found the right person. It's like they didn't. There's a for instance, there was two stickers and something else sent. Yankee Mafia says, "I want to send you your package to you, no to anybody else. I want to send it personally to you." I says to Yankee, "No, don't, because it's going to cost you more money to send it." So Yankee turned and says, "Okay, then I'll send it to the Durbans," right? Yankee put two stickers, and there was something else in it. I can't remember what it was. He put it in my package. Do you know that package wasn't even that package that Matt Yankee sent wasn't even opened. It arrived here in Joe's package, right? I opens Yankees, and in it was two stickers and the other bit for Joe Dub and Diane. I ended up what I done was I made a little package. I made a little package up, like a thank you package, and told them Yankee Mafia sent you two stickers in my package that you didn't open. So that tells me something that ding me that they're honest people they're honest people. When that happens, something like that, that tells you how good a person somebody is, because it's actually wrong to open somebody else's it's actually wrong to open somebody else's mail. But that told me a lot. That told me a lot on on that occasion, and that's what shows. I'm not saying that everybody's wrong and not as everybody's a wrong, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But it takes time for you to find that. It takes you time to find that out. To find that out, because you're willing to give that trust, as in for day one, and you buying coins to somebody that's new, a new face. That's you giving them the chance. You're giving them you're giving them the opportunity for to see how good a person they are. That's what you're doing. It's like it's like testing the water. You're testing the water. I know. I told him that too. I says to him, if there's something, if I buy something, and there's something that you want or you like in that package, take it out. But as long as you tell me, I've took such and I've took item such and such out, so that I know it's not there, so that I can mark it off and say, right, that's not in that package. I've told them on umpteen occasions, because I feel that they're doing that out of the goodness of their heart. Is there might be something in it you bought and they go, I wouldn't mind having that. Because that's your way of giving back. You're giving back. Because that's how I feel, that when I'm buying for these auctions, all I'm doing is taking out the community. And to me it feels it to me it feels selfish. To me it feels selfish, as in you're buying it all, and it's and because that's what I liked about, as when you go to Lemonhead sale, like he said, it was overwhelming as well for other people to turn around and say, well, gift that to such and such, and it was overwhelming for him for to see that people doing that. But you can't do that. You can't do that all the time, because you still have to manage to get what you spend to get back some to claw back some of it at least, so that you basically it keeps you have, so you can buy more coins or more, as in for your own collection. Because sometimes some people do tend to, and then they buy duplicates and then forget that they've got duplicates or whatever. Because that's what you're doing. You're getting rid of your duplicates. I'm the same, hi ho. I'm like that too. I do a lot of like donate, like say for instance, like a donation, and say for instance, like the cancer auction. Victoria sent on my behalf coins to Mama T, but I also sent a money donation. But all I said was, did you get that donation? He either. But I don't tell people, as in when I send a donation to people, I only say to them, did you actually receive it? So I know that they did get it. But I don't talk about it and say, well, I gave that person a donation, I done this, I done that. I don't talk about it. It was the same when I done the last one with the when we done two rolls at Lemonheads, and it was all 70. It's actually them. They were in tin foil, and I says to them, well, what to do is open two rolls and give whoever's bought stuff basically as in give them a couple of coins out, and that's exactly what we done. And people were saying like thank you to us, but I don't need everybody to keep saying thank you to me. I'm wanting to be able to play. I'm wanting to be able to play my part in the community because that was the whole idea of getting roles was only to take a couple of coins. Because all I'm looking for is I'm looking for what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get different year dates. But I know sometimes like when you buy BU roles, they're all the same. They're all the same year. That's actually in that role. It's different when you get a old an old penny box and it's old. It's like old rolls. You might open them up and there might be 45, 46, 47, 48, all that kind of stuff. But when you buy a BU roll, it's all the same date year. So that was the whole idea of buying the penny rolls was to get different year dates because eventually they will. Because I said to Paula Bloom, I've not forgot about Paula Bloom. Anything I ever say in the chat, I do it. I do it. If I promise something to somebody, I make sure that that's exactly what's done. It might not be done as in straight away. It might be done later down the line. But I don't forget. I don't forget what I've said. I don't forget what I've said. I don't forget what I've said. It's like you doing that. You done me a favour because I've been waiting for. I don't want to turn around and because I'm no one for slagging people off because I don't go like a guy and turn around if somebody like for instance I buy something or like say for instance like a grab bag and it's designs or whatever and I'm waiting months for the design and then I don't get it. I'm not going to keep annoying the guy and turning around and keep saying, look, do you remember as and when I and blah blah and then make it a bigger deal. I'm one of these people I'll leave it and I'll wait until they say about it and I'll be like that and then I'll sort of jog their memory. But that helps. That helps to high hold that design. Because there's actually that means then there's actually three designs. Because it's like you saying that it was his design. You can't actually use that design. That's basically his, but we redesigned it slightly because I will be buying Hi Ho more stickers and more of them. I might even buy the other one that was designed as well and do like a two because that looks the other one you did looked more like a canvas painting as in on a wall. That's what it made me. It's sort of hi Andrew. It's sort of that was like a museum. It looked more like a museum piece. That's why I was like it's too. It wasn't in your face, but it just looked too like a museum piece. And I was like, that is nice, but I'd like it sort of sort of more stand out because that would be nice to use as a canvas art as a canvas art piece. I know exactly that's what I said. That's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, that looks, and I was like, it's there. It was there. It was there. It was like Nah, that would sort of as in make money as in more if it was on a canvas, as in like a limited edition piece, as in like just so many and that's it. But that's more like an everyday an everyday design, because I like the idea with the phoenix, because it looks as if it's come out the water, because that was the whole idea, was because the phoenix is a metaphor, and basically it crashed and burned. So either I was trying to either get it so that it looked as if it was flying into the water for it for the death part, or it be reincarnated. Was that's what Dad used to say in business. It's like a business that's crashed and folded, and then it rises from the ashes, and that was the whole idea behind it, because it was him. It was Dad that kept saying about the phoenix. He kept saying about this phoenix, and I was like, "What's this phoenix?" And when I started looking a bit of history, I realised that it was true. It was true about this. It was true about this phoenix. But Dad was had this thing about fishing vessels, and I was trying to get it more to it be more realistic. It be more realistic. The fishing vessel, but we couldn't get in. We couldn't get slightly in near it. Do you know something, hi ho? I can never find. See, because you had changed your name or your channel name a few times. See, because you've done a couple of changes. Yours one doesn't stick out my thing, me that my notifications, as in like that one with the t-shirt. I end up going finding that, and you know something. See, every time you have done a mail call, nobody's got on a link, as in on, like if they've done a mail call fee. There's not like a blue link, as in for to get directed to yours. I know you today me. You went back to the old thing, because you changed it for hi ho silver, then you changed it to hi ho, then you changed it to hi ho, then you changed it to hi ho gold. I think you were hi ho gold, and then you changed it to pigs, then you changed it to pigs McDermott, and do you know how I recognise you? The voice for one, and then and then the white beard with the white hair, and that's how I always recognise you. As soon as I hear that voice, I know straight away that's hi ho, because when I first met you, as in you were sort of sat up in bed, and you were like, as in showing coins, and you were talking away and all the rest, and I was like, I really like this guy. I really like the sound of this guy, and that's I felt. I don't know why anybody's not asked for the link, because I always I always did say that 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 yous are always welcome. Steel Will Queen. I'll need to time me have a look at that one then. Steel Will Queen. It's blooming. Do you know what it is? It's blooming YouTube's. It's YouTube search engine. I'll show you what I mean on this. I won't put the. I'll show you if I can get YouTube to come up. when you use the top of the search bar of YouTube, I'll show you a minute, just for it breaks it down. It doesn't even put as in it's you put the name in, thinking that you'll find the channel by putting in Hi Ho Silver or whatever else it is as in the actual channel name, and it's getting you Hi Ho Silver Jim Diamond 1986 vinyl 45 R RPM, which is an old this like a single one. Tony Davy, and it breaks it all down. So you've got to search as in the whole way, as in for the actual channel. Instead of letting you have as in to put a channel name in or the actual channel name itself and actually find it by channel names. It's using like the title that you put in. It's using that as a keyword, as in, and then you've got to search because there is another channel, but it's only got like low low num a low number of subs, and I'm what and I'm that's what annoys me. YouTube decided that you when like for instance you go into the chat and you used to hit the three dots and it would take you to the channel. They done away with that. She did. I know about Daisy's RV life video the other day. Her new channel. I don't even know her new channel. Is that what I'm saying? Since SG stopped sending me stuff, I sort of moved on. But I don't forget how the story goes, and that's when I tell the story. It's the back history of how I managed to find coins, or the coins had found me, because she'd been getting shit. SJ is either friends or is very pally with Cab 7, and it was Cab 7 that was shouting her channel out. And when he was shouting her out so much, the curiosity got the better of me, and that's how I found her chat. That's how I found her channel. And then when she stopped as in shipping stuff to me, she said about lemon. Oh, I still say hello. If I see ST, I still say hello. I still say hello to her. I just don't speak to her as much. She never done nothing. She's never done nothing wrong to me. So, as in, when somebody doesn't do wrong to me, I speak to them. And even if they did do wrong to me, I'll still say hello to be friendly with them. I just won't. I just won't sort of as in sort of because I don't want the bad feeling. I just don't want the. I don't want the drama. I don't. And I don't like to cause drama. I'm one of these people. I'd rather walk away from it than get into it. As in, that's how, like, with Justin, that's how I done the exact same with him. I was like, well, okay, PayPal's gave me the money back. I've got part of my money back. I'm not going to buy off you, but I'm still going to talk. I'm still going to talk to you, because I don't want the bad feeling, because obviously he's got supporters that I support, and supporters that support me, that support him, and I just don't want the feud in the coin community, and people seeing it. because I just don't want it. Because to me, that feels as if like you're causing a rift for a rift to happen, and you're wanting the coin community to split their own sort of split. You sort of want to split the family, and that upsets me when I see that happening. They start splitting up and going their own way, and that's how it feels as if everybody's then disconnecting feet. They're disconnecting from each other, and I don't like seeing that happen. Right, instead of telling me as instead of keep let's let's open the thing. I think what I'll do is I'll leave the bottom end and I'll do this end that's all broken or damaged. Let's see, instead of keep on and on and on, just keep rambling. You need to bear with me ways, guys, until I like to keep it tidy, as because it means then I know where everything is. As I said, if a channel's in the thing, if a new channel's in, I'll have a look. I'll go have a look. I'll go have a look later. I want to get this. As I'm saying, I want to get the mail call. I want to get things out the road. I want to be able to get the channel moving on further, because that was the whole idea, to get the channel moving on further. Because I'd been slacking for quite a while, and it's time to get mass into gear instead of sitting here twiddling my fingers. Because some of it's for the new idea. See, there we go. There's the top section. So there's that. So that's in it first. He always puts something in the top and sort of. He'd always that's what I say about Lemonhead. He always packages it. It's always well packaged. There you go. Thank you. It is dated the 26th, the 26th, the 1st, 21 auction. Thank you, Alec, for always supporting me, and thank you, and thank you for gifting the US round to me for my birthday. That's what I'm saying. People get I get emotionally attached to people. There you go. Look. That's what I told you. I said that. There it's in the envelope, right? So it's enveloped up. He's put a note on it. The date is on it, so we know the date. So we know the last day of the last auction was the 26th, the first 26th, the first. Edwin Vasquez is live. Can somebody put Edwin's channel, Edwin Vasquez channel in? I know he's live, but I'm not gonna hold people as in here if they don't want to be here. But Edwin Vasquez has went live. But can somebody please put him as a mod or whatever? Put his link in the chat so that people can then have a look at take a look at his channel. Right. I wanna just trying to figure out how do we take that so it'll be so we want to hide that. So that's what would that be? So there you go. That's what I'm saying. It's either shrink. Sometimes it's either shrink that or it'll be in one of them. Thanks. It wasn't in Andrew. It wasn't in Ding Me. All right, sorry, Ding Me. I'm looking at an old. I'm looking at the old. Oh, I've see. The thing is, some people's actually come through Cornwall, UK, because some of them. There's Raymond actually get. Raymond actually sent me something. Raymond actually purchased something for me, but I'm still waiting for it yet. But that'll be thing me. That Raymond, yours will be here short. I need to actually do your mail call as and when I get that, when I receive that. Right, let's see what's this first. Cause sometimes I can't even remember as in what, because I'll buy stuff in an auction and then I'll forget what actually rang me. I actually what it was, and then when I start opening up, I start remembering what certain things were or what it was. Because when I put it back in the box, usually I'll, because I usually take it all as in the packaging or the shrink wrapping off. I tend to, you see me throw it, just throw it like that. Never knew it had screws in it. Now That's different. That's different. There's actually it's actually screws. There's actually screws. It's 1964. See, that's the way I would. That's the way I'd like to ever say it, as in like that, where it's got the half dollar. Because I don't even know if there's a $1 for certain dates. That's 1964. So you get the 1 cent. You get the nickel. You get the dime. That's fine. Hi ho. You get the dime, and then you get the quarter, and then you get the half. You get the $half, and it's actually in a green box. It's actually in a green box. The box is green. It actually is green. The color of the box is green. That's badass. That's badass. That's different. That is something. That's what I'm saying. I like stuff that's unusual. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to think of a place to actually put them, because I tend to want to take them out, because I'm wanting as and go through the whole box to see what's there. I wonder if that's. I need to actually. I don't know what that is. I just want to tear the top out so I can use it. So I can use the packaging so I can put it back in again. So I know where everything is. It sounds like. It sounds like. I wonder if that's Sunbucks. There's something in that. I can hear it rattling. And what is that in there? Ah! Silverlock. This is BIN. What's in this? Oh, you beauty! Yes! The new thing made, the Lemonhead Penny. Yes! You beauty. I said that to him. That I was after one of them. That's badass. That was done by CJ. Done by CJ Coins. So, it looks like dimes. They're dimes. That's dimes. It says silver lot on it, so that's silver lot. I remember that one. I think this was one thing made that was done through. I don't think that. I think that was when he was. Things were tight. That's what I'm saying. Whatever I've not got in my collection, I'll go into my collection. Ones that I don't. That because what I'll usually do is take all the if sort of the cleaner ones I sort of I'll take I'll usually take, and then what I'll do is the doublers I'll usually put into, as in, so I know where they all I know where they all are for it for the rest to be done. There's 1937s, because I'll usually take out what I don't have in my collection, put it into my collection, and then the doublers I usually then start taking them out and putting them into either making up the grab bag, or I'll end up, because I actually like them. I started liking the Mercury dimes a lot better since I've actually started seeing them more. It's like a coin that you haven't seen as much of, and then all of a sudden it sort of grows on you. So as it grows, there's 70, there's 71, $1. More chips, notifications, thing. I was checking down to make sure that I wasn't getting somebody turning around and saying, "That was a favour, delete that thing." I was, no, don't. And a nice one too. That's what I'm saying. It's got a different. There's a different on the back. That's what I'm saying. That's when I like them, as in because there's a different. There's another one, but on the reverse, it's the eagle. I know I tend to like, I get this thing about shiny. I know Raymond, I've got this thing about shiny, as in if it's shiny, something about it, I don't know what it is. Uh-oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. I wished I'd have known that. Andrew, I've got two Kenny. That's the second. That's the second one. That's what I said. Sometimes I wished I keep my mouth shut. 'Cause I didn't even. I forgot I even bought that. I got him. Because Andrew was looking for a maple. He was looking for a maple leaf too. Fun enough. Because I don't usually keep if I've got one. It does see. Sometimes it doesn't matter about the date. Sometimes I'm like, if it's a date that I've got, or it's got to have a different. It's got to have a different date on it, because if it's got the same date on it, I usually end up. That's what I'm saying. It was because of how long it would have taken for, and I I could have bought it in a lot. It might have been an email. It might have been an email discussion. It might have been at some point, and I've totally forgot all about it. The date is that? It's let's see. It's a 2020, Andrew. It's a 2020. It's a 2021. It must be the newer one and the newest one. Then that might be a different date, but that's what I'm saying. I'll only hold on to the one because it's the fact he dang me a having one, as in the maple leaf, the Canadian. I'm not really into the newer rounds, but I do like the newer. I do like them. I do like them, but I like most of the sort of because that's what I'm trying to do is build up. Is actually build up sets. It's the sets I'm trying to build up. It's an actual set I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build like a thing if it's like 2000. I definitely, Andrew, because I me as I'm saying, I me I've got a maple leaf. I got one off of me Mickey Rob's Banks, because I didn't own one at the time. I didn't own one at the time. Is there a load of dimes? I need to go through them dimes at some point. It's I know what I'm looking for. It's a Zombuck. It's the Zombucks I'm looking for in here. The copper Zombucks. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the copper Zombucks to see if the Zombucks is in here. That's what I'm. That's what I'm going. That's why I'm going through it to find the Zombucks. They look like thingy. They look like ghosts. The way they look. Hopefully that doesn't open up because that box is not the best. That box itself. Because that's what I'm saying. This is the mail call for it, so that it gets Lemonhead. It gets Lemonhead's channel out there. That's why I do the mail calls. Oh my God, Jesus! Oh, 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 that's heavy. Jesus Christ. Weighs a ton. That's what I'm saying. It's shrink wrapped up so it didn't open up. This is going to be different. That'll be different items that's in this. I know for a fact it'll be different items that's in this. I know they'll not be this. Everyone will be the same. I know that for certainty. Thank you, Andrew. You're actually quite a good mod when you're here. You're quite good with the links. Looks like a shoebox, but it's not. I asked him, I says to him, I says, can I get that box? I got a box. Go and I buy that box. No, a wee bit of damage, but that will do. It's alright, it's not bad. It's not bad at that. That ends up so that gets put away. Yeah, another one. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for your support, love and respect. With his signature on it, LHP. Do you know what an artist or a famous person doesn't get the rights as until they're actually dead. Their signature is worth more as in when they passed on to the other side. Because as I've seen documentations and pictures and whatever of people and they're actually worth money. They're actually worth money. It's you got a couple of wee spots and that I noticed. There's a couple of tiny wee spots on it in the packaging on the cup. Looks as if it's on a coin. It could be on the plastic, could be between the plastic. Doesn't matter. 74. I think you call that a blue. I think that's a blue Ike, I'm not sure. I think that's a blue Ike, I'm not sure. I always get mixed up. Definitely, it's 1974, definitely. I'm no I'm not putting the box up because they ding me. Damon says, how come I've not got a spanner? I think I'll get too many people with spanners, but they all don't always show up. But then I'm like that. I don't hold anybody and say you have to be here. I don't do that because that to me that's like an ultimate giving somebody an ultimatum saying that you have to be here. Because somebody's float about for here, there, and everywhere. Andrew says, I don't like slabs. They're a nice slab. I need to figure out what I paid for certain ones and try and figure out what ones that are worth keeping hold of. That looks like Annex. That's what that looks like. That looks like Annex. It's PF63 deep cam. This is I like a fried egg. I haven't had a fried egg for ages. No, because he's put on it the date. That's the 26th, the first. So that was the last. That was at the start of Jan. It was January. That would have been January's. There's 1942S. And there's 1908S. And it says they're a barber. They're a barber. Barber upside down. Obviously, high ho must like bacon sauce. They're a zombie. 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 A zombie. No, Raymond, because when you bought that I didn't expect you to do that, Raymond. I was like, I looked at it and went, can't afford that, and now I was like it, but I'll wait. So it was like I was like, I'll wait, and then Raymond jumps in there, turns around and says to thing, he says to cheapskate, get that to bin that bin that and get to it. And I was like, oh my god, he's actually just gave me that. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, it was like somebody. It felt as if somebody stabbed me right in the chest. Right in the chest. I didn't know what to say. I'll make Raymond something up. I'll make something up for Raymond at some point. Just let me. I'm trying to. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build the channel up further on. I'm trying to. I think sometimes I'm trying to rush it. I'm trying to build up sets and I'm trying to do it quickly. Trying to do it too quick. There's 1980p. But then if you have the money, if you have the money, why not? Or if you've got the money there sitting there, why not? Why not use it? Because it's going to just all it's going to do is just sit in the back. I'll sit in the bank. It'll sit in the bank doing nothing. It's better thing, mate. At the end of the day, it ends up put it out to work. Whether it works is two different things. Whether I sell coins or not. And my dad says if you don't have stock, can't sell it. If you have nothing, can't sell nothing. I wish you could. We were talking about bottling fresh air and selling it. Bottle fresh air. You sell that. So that's that one. That's that, the zombie. I'm still looking for these. I'm still looking for them. I wonder if that's them. I hope they're in here. If they're not, that means then it's in. They're in the next one. Because that was the whole idea, was to get stuff for time with. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's why I didn't want to open it. I wanted to open it on a live so that people seen it getting opened. I'm having problems trying to open it. I wonder if that is them. I'm still wondering, I'm thinking, I wonder if that's them. It's in this. It feels like a thing, mate. It feels like a cat. It feels like a capsule of some sort. So something's telling me it might be it. Oh, come on, open. Open up. Open your bandit. Open, open, open. Open. Open your bandit. Open. Open sesame. Open sesame. $19.71. That's the $1. Another 1971. $1. Hi ho, I've got a full thing, mate. A full handful. I've got a full handful. It's just come out of that. It's just come out. It's just come out of that. It's just come out of that. So I'm looking. I'm looking through them. There's another 1971. I don't know. I don't know, Raymond. I don't know. There's a few 71. There's a few 71s. And I'm hoping that there's other ones that 72s. There's 72s. There's 72s there. There's 74s. How much do you reckon they time me out? How much do you reckon they would be as in pair if they're $1? How much would they be? Because I'm only going to keep one of each. That's what I'm saying. I'm only going to keep one of each date. One of each date. Aye, exactly. A nice handful. It was a handful. That same in there. I'm still looking for the ding. I'm still looking for the Zombox because I know I bought them. I know I bought them. I can't. I haven't went. I haven't found them yet. I haven't found them yet. And that's the ones I want to have a look at. Andrew's going to start the thing, man. Andrew's going to start pissing himself laughing now. Look. can't help it. I can't help it. That's 64. That's the 64D, and then we get then another 64D, and then we get that looks like a P. That one looks like P instead of D. That looks like P, so it might be P. That might be a P, and that might be a D. And that's definitely a D. That's D for dog. And that one, I don't. It could be a P and it could be a D. I know, I know. But you've got different years. Oh, Rose and Greg's! That's a good one, Andrew. That's funny. For Rose and Greg's. I know. That's funny. At 64D. You could probably put some on eBay and still hang me as and be able to, because there'd be euros, but then you have to, when you do eBay, you have to open them and show a picture and show pictures of them. I know these for Denver. You get Philly, Denver, and then you've got San Francisco. You've got three different Martin. You've got three different Martins, three different mint marts, and they're all being used. So there might be. That's what I'm saying. I don't search for errors and varieties. See, that's what some people do. They go through, and now me and Andrew thinks it's funny, and people are like, why do you buy these rolls? They're 63D, because that was the whole idea, was to be able to do mixed rolls. But you need, when you buy a roll, they're all the same day. It's inside them, and you might be lucky to get a couple that are, if it's a customer roll. Sometimes you do find the odd ones where there's maybe an odd coin that shouldn't be in the roll at all. There's 63p. Sometimes I'll order them, and sometimes I'll have more. I'll have too many, but I only really want one roll of a certain date. There's XF. That's different. I'm still looking for the Zoom. It's the Zoom box I'm looking for. You need to get in contact with me, Andrew, and hang me, because I've got, as I'm saying, all of these, I'm always, but if, as I said, I really do want to open the rolls up eventually. It's 1962, but I don't want to open them up and then just take a couple out of them and ditch them. I want to be able to have 50 or 60 people that also are looking and saying, right, I want 52, I want 53, I want 56, I want 57, and then me to turn around and say, right, I'll make you roll up, and as in have just have an empty tube, put a couple of coins that year in, and then go, right, 52, 53, and then send them it, and then me turn around and say, how much is it? It's going to cost you, it's going to be that. I'm not going to be hard on them. I will only be hard on people. But they're worth more, as in, because the grade will be top. That's top grade. They'll be just about top grade BUs. Because it's BU bank. They're BU bank rolls. 1964. Somebody's had them, as in stored them. Somebody stored them away. Because the price of them can go up and down. Go up and down a ladder. And some of them can be as in good money if you go top grade, like MS65s. Because thing we never, when you send them to PCGS, they never grade them high as. I've never seen one yet that's been graded the high end. Merry Christmas from Lemon 2020 64. It actually is put actual on it. Merry Christmas from Lemon on the roll, on the outside of the roll. Because Paul Hampton buys rolls, but he likes Paul's into Paul like Polly likes the rolls. It's the wrappers. He likes the wrappers. He's got a thing about the wrappers. Because Polly's another one that buys a lot of rolls as well. She's another one, 64p. But Polly's probably got the same rolls as what I have. I don't think he's got any other ones because if Polly didn't, if Polly says to me, if there's ones that you don't want, I'll buy them, I'll take them. I don't want to be hard on Polly either. Because Paul's become another friend on Dingme because I've never actually talked. Have I'm sure I accepted Paul as a friend on Facebook. There's 81D. Oh, there's one for Paul H there. Gifted from Paul H there, it's there. Gift to Alex Smith from Paul H. 81D BU. Sometimes that's what I'm saying. Some of us do that. We gift them the other ones because we might end up turning and say, right, I want give me two, and then you're thinking, who else would want a roll? Oh, what a shame! Poor card got bashed. Poor card get bashed. What a shame! They get bent. That's CJ that does him. I know you're doing all right with the thing. Me, my uncle turned around and says to me, I should buy shares," and I'm like, I don't even know where to start. I wouldn't even know where to start, and that's why I won't do it. But then I'm always frightened in case I lose. I lose money. I know I know some people do that. The stock market's a good business, as in there's stocks and shares into different companies. But you're always hoping that the company doesn't flop in its backside. I'm one of these ones that I've got this thing. My old man used to say you get physical stock. You get physical stock so you can pawn it. That's why Dad started buying jewellery. That's why my dad started buying jewellery, because it was basically physical stock. You could take it and pawn it and pawn it and pawn it. And he's right, because the way you're doing it is that's digital stock. You don't actually physically see it. It's only in paper. So you're probably worth a hell of a lot of money, high ho on paper. But then everybody's worth a lot more on paper than what they are actually in physical money. The same blooming thing, man. I'm looking for them blooming. It's the Zombox coppers I'm looking for. It's the coppers I'm looking for. I'm still looking for them. I know they're in here. Or they might be in the next one. There's another cut. I think there's 2 boxes, as in 2 boxes still to come. because it was backed up. I'm sure it. I was hoping it was in this one. There's about another 4 packages. Right, so that's that one. I'm not going to open them ones. I've done that one. If anybody wants to blame somebody, blame my father. He was the one that turned around and told me that one. You better be physical stop because the ding me. Blame the old man, but the old man's not here. Ha ha. He's up in the sky. Ha ha. You get blamed. He's not here. What? What, Andrew? What? There's 88, 87, 86, 85. I don't. It doesn't matter to me if it's clad or down, mate. It's clad or proof. Doesn't make any difference. Because at least they're all sets. Because these sets are about what I think they were about £11 to buy, and I think they're worth about what at the moment, according to Red Book, they're worth about seven. They're worth about seven each. They're worth about seven each. But that's not a free time we find an error in it. It's worth more if it's got an error or actually in it, and that's why some people crack their sets open to see if there's errors inside them. But I don't like cracking them open. I don't even like touching them. That'll get left that way. It'll end up in a stack. I'll get put into a box. I'll get put into a box and then put into my collection cupboard. Put in my collection cupboard, and it'll not come back out. It'll not come back out again. And then whatever's that's doublers or ones that are similar will go into the thing. Will go into another box to move them on for people that want them. So as I'm saying, Andrew, if you're looking for ones, give me a shout. Because there's different colour, there's different colours. That's they're burgundy. They're like a deep brown, deep brown burgundy. And then you've got there's a blue, and then you've got green. You've got a green as well. You've got green as well. So you have. Because I've got 86, 85, 86, 89, 90, there's 87, 88, 89, 90, 92, 84, 91, and 93. Silver's not moving much. Doesn't matter at the thing, as in the silver in my safe never gives me money. Guess what I found? I found them, 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 I found them. I'm trying to not let that fall on the floor, fall on the floor, fall on the floor. Then another one that says, Alexander, thank you, my brother, for all your support, love, respect. And then we've got, let's open this one and see what this is now. Probably another set. These are the ones I used to love. The ones that he made up himself. Lemonhead Penny coin auction. That's the ones I used to love. I still do love them. The ones that he makes up himself. I think there's something else when they're hand done, because it would change every week. He would change the color. Change the color. That's another silver dollar. That looks like 72. That's 72. That's a 72 one. I had a funny feeling when I felt it. I was like, that's something else. That goes back in there. And that's that. I think there should be six. I think it was six. There should be six of them in total. Aye, that is. That's the ones I was looking for. Because that was the idea, as Sandra says, about the slabs. So there's MS 66. That's Annex. That's Annex. Because Annex has got their own special. Their 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 label's different to PCGS label. And then it says, because their one says authenticated in the back. There's like a rectangle, and they say authenticated on the back of them. But if you put in, see that that number, if you put that number in the system, it'll actually show you it on their system. That's dime, dime. That's 64.77. There's D, and there's S. So S is doing well at the moment, as in the S mark at the moment. And there's the ones that I was looking. There's the ones that I was looking for. These ones here. So that says January the 12th. That says January the 12th on it. So that was January the 12th auction. And there's what I was looking for. There's the ones there, Andrew, I was looking for. And that was what they were for. I don't know why that is in there. Somebody's cut that. That's maybe broken. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. Because the silver one will stay. Because the silver one will stay. Because the silver one will stay. And there's a copper. There's coppers on, but there's a coppers on bucks. They're the copper ones. It's on bucks. There's a couple of Zombucks, because that was the ones that I wanted for the thing, for the spin, for eventually to do this, want to spin the wheel, because that was the whole idea of getting stuff for it. Because I think it was 30, 35 or something for the whole lot of them. 35. I thought it was a good deal. Because there's a Zombuck Buffalo. That one says muck. That one says muck on it. That one says muck on it, and that one says the barber. The barber on it. That says the barber on it. That one. And then that one. Oh, it was your idea. It was your idea. Your idea. You getting the blame. You getting the blame now, Andrew. You disappear. You disappear. Because I'm getting you into trouble. It was you that thing me. You started. You started it about the thing me about the spin the wheel. As in you did a spin the wheel with the grab bags. So I needed to get thing me. So I needed to get stuff for the thing me to put it on to do it. So I'm trying to look. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to look for unusual pieces to put on it to actually thing me, so that it would I was kidding. I'm at it wee body. But as I'm saying, it was you that started it, and I was looking. So I'm trying to in an auction. I'm like looking for as in bulk lot to try and work out. Well, right, okay, right. Let's put something in the spin the wheel. Let's do something that's stingray. It's different. Let's do something that's different to what who's doing. So I was like, well, what can we put on there that looks different, that's different to everybody else? Is there something we can put on it that's worth putting on it? And that was the whole idea. And when I saw these, I was like, oh, just the job. Because I know somebody that bought a whole load of them a while back, but I couldn't get them. I couldn't get them last time. So when Lemon had a few of them, I was like, oh, I'll just have them. But then the price started go up and up further, and I thought, I'm going to have to pay strong money to get them. But I managed to get them. And that's what I was looking through the box. I was trying to figure out if they were in the box. Where were they in the box? That's what I was looking for. That was the ones that I was looking for. That was the kiddies I was looking for. I went through the whole box to try and because I was adamant they were in there. I was like, they've got to be in there. They must be in there. Because I know they were bought way back. I was like, I know they're in there. I knew that box wasn't. He put because that's what he does. I'll say to him, and then what he'll do is he'll put stuff into another bag or a bit so that space it takes up the room. As I say to him, don't overfill it. I don't want in case the box bursts. Because if the box bursts, then it would work out what was inside it. Don't fill it till it's bursting. Just pack it enough so that it keeps the weight up. Right, so that's them. So that's me putting them in that. So I know now that the zombox are now in there. So that's that's part of the that's part of the spin the wheel, because that's the it. But I don't know where to do. I don't know, Andrew, where to do the penny auction first and then do the grab bag as in, or spin the wheel, or do that first and then and do the penny auction in between. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work, because I haven't quite figured that to what I think, or because I'm only presuming. I'm presuming it in what way it'll work, or what I think it'll work. So I'm willing to take the risk of doing it to see if it'll pay off. Because I thought that the way he done it was totally stupid. Because I'm thinking, why would people, as in you want them to bid with non-magnetic copper pennies? Why? Why? So you're doing an auction, and instead of straight money, or start it at 50 pence and work the way you up with it, you're wanting them to bid how many copper pennies. So you've got to get, as in all these copper pennies or whatever, put them in a bag and then send them. Oh, that's weird. That's fine, Taiho. Thanks for coming. Thanks for dropping by. That's what I'm saying, Andrew. That's what didn't make sense to me. And neither did ding me, near did that. Melissa even said that too. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense either. And then he done another thing where he wanted American ones or something. I can't mind. It was that long ago. Oh, you beauty. More slabs. I bet you I bought them. Something's telling me I bought these cheap. Something's telling me I bought them cheap. If I've got a load of slabs, because I never buy slabs if they're mega bucks. Something's telling me that I've saw them, and I saw the price low on them, and decided to go for them. That's what's happened. Because they're 78, and I bet you any money I bought them for me. That's what's happened. I bought them for spin the wheel. These slabs. That's what's happened. That's what's happened, Andrew. I bought them and me, and then not realised, and then try to work out how much did I pay for them. That's what I'm trying to work out here. How much did I actually pay for them? And if I've got a whole load of them, there's a reason why. So I've no overpaid for them. Because that was the whole idea. It was you that gave me the idea. It was you that actually gave me the idea, because I was trying to understand where you were coming from at the time when you were telling me, and it wasn't making sense. It was the information was getting in, but I wasn't comprehending it proper. I wasn't comprehending it properly, and eventually it's sort of the next day or a couple of days later, I was like, what was Andrew trying to tell me? And then all of a sudden it was like bang. It just come like a light bulb, as if somebody turned a light bulb on, or actually went like that with a lighter, with a flame. I went, I understand where Andrew's coming from now. And I went, I got an idea. I went, I know what I'm going to do. And I know what I'm going to do. And that's exactly what happened. Because usually these slabs are about 20, they're usually about starting about 25 or whatever. Usually. I think this is the ones that I think these are the ones that I'm keeping. The first strikes. I think that's the ones that I'm keeping, the first strikes. Because that's the ones that came out a collection 3 years ago. That's the new ones. Because they're totally different. They're totally different. I think they'll end up in my collect. I think these ones will end up in my collection because that's the ones with the sort of big price tags, or the ones that are worth if kept for a long while, and that's the presidential dollars. But that's saying the first strike. That's saying first strike. So there, because that says limited. They say limited edition series. But definitely, Andrew, because there's other stuff there that's telling me it's worth. Because I know what you like. But that's what I'm saying. You're getting first. You're sort of getting the first pickings, and then everybody, who their favourite is? No, Andrew's been there since for a while, the same as Dale. But Andrew's always on the ball. Andrew will ask a price. Andrew will ask a price. I'll send Andrew pictures or whatever. Andrew will say. Andrew will ask a price. I'll give him a price, and then he'll be like, "It's gone." Andrew's like, bang, money in the account, money in the PayPal account is done. Deal's done. And then that's when I ding me. That's because I usually put Andrew's stuff goes to one side. Once it's sold, it goes to one side. It never goes back into restock. It goes into one side. So I know that's definitely that's sold. It's gone. My dad was the same. Once money's changed hands, it's paid for. It's gone. It's that's theirs. It belongs to them. Doesn't belong to me anymore. That's the way I've dealt for years. I wouldn't do that. Hold on to somebody's stuff. That's how I've been like Andrew. I've been really the anxiety's built up. What I actually owed you, and then trying to figure it out. And then I'm like, did Andrew buy maybe a silver or because I know I bought a couple of bars, and I know we were talking about a national bar or whatever, and then I got myself so mixed up, and I was like, you will get a sticker. You will get a sticker, and you get one of them postcards because that's what that is. It's a one. That's the stick. That's the sticker, and that's the post. That's the postcard. There's a few people's asked me, even Ali Mack's asked me, Kevin Grath, and a lot, but I only want one, and I'm like, I want more. I want more because I don't want to end up be short and run out. But it's on Hi Ho's. It's Hi Ho. We redesigned. What happened is we redesigned it. We sort of we looked at the old design S Max, and we actually redesigned it slightly. We adapted it sort of so it would match or so it would be near enough. And then what we done was the Hi Hos get red bubble. So every time Hi Ho sells something, he gets a percentage off for that. So and then he's like, there's a 10% discount, but I missed the 10% discount the other week. I missed it, so I did the 10% discount because I was too busy ringing me trying to get stuff out of auction, for to get further to move the channel further on, as you well know. Because it's what's happened is the channels get stuck. The channels get stuck in a rut, and it's starting to it's sitting idle, and I'm trying to sort of get the wheels back in motion again. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put the wheels back in motion. This is why I'm trying to move stuff on, or trying to move the channel further on with a new, because we're trying to come up with a new gaming stuff. What I was going to ask the supporters is, what game, if I done a game like, I'm going to use Dales as an example. If I done a game, something like what Dale does with battleships, what game would you like, and what game would you think is fun? Please leave a comment in a video of what game you would like to play, so we can take a vote on it. And that was Andrew that was Andrew that said about that. As in, why don't you do a video as in about a vote, as in so that they do a vote on what game? Because Andrew's seen a few games and he's like, that's boring, and I'm like, well, what game would you like to play, or what would you find, what game would be fun? And he says, why don't you do a video and put it to a vote for the supporters? Just when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, if I'm going to stay on here, as in, because I'm opening these to thing me to find out what's in this, because they're wrapped up, everything's wrapped up in wee bit, as in them, it's all wrapped up separately. So I'm going through it bit by bit, because it'll go back into that box in a minute once I'm finished. Because there's Silver Strike again. I think here actually dingweed, that's part of that set. Because that's the first strike as well, presidential. And there's the ones that say satin finish, because that's PCGS. Because you always seem to have on the back of the presidentials, you always either have the Liberties with the tower and she's holding the flame. I was getting mixed up with the Sacagaweas, because there's ones where they look the same colour as them, but they've got Sacagaweas. I can't remember what's on the back of the Sacagawea. Because I try not to watch that I don't break these, because they can get broke. The slabs can get broken. Because I should actually buy a box where I can put the slabs into. But I noticed Dacon had an old slide box, like for when you used to do like at school, and a slide box. And I noticed the slide box that he had, the spaces were like that. So they were about the size of these slabs. And I'm like, he's putting like his flips in it. And I thought, I wonder if they would be big enough, but then would the box shut? Would the lid shut on it? I don't know. This is where it becomes difficult, because I've got to get it all back in here without breaking it. Oh, you wouldn't have get forgotten about a sticker body. No, you're the first one, because that's what I'm saying. I ordered, I think it was 15, but there was like two in a there was two on a, and I cut them. You probably end up with two of them. I reckon you'll end up with two of them, as in you can give one away if you want, or put one onto a bit in a book or something. Cause I can get you down there if you want Lemonheads. I can get you Lemonheads one, cause I got umpteen Lemonhead. Every time I get a package, I end up with a couple more. What am I going to? Where am I going to stick them all? That's noses. Let's see what's in here. Because I'm going to finish the once. I know it's getting late, but I'm going to finish the once I unpack these. I think these are about the last. I'm hoping that that's the last. I don't think so. I don't know if I put that back in or not. I think there's one. I think there's this one left. Looks like it. January 16, 2020. Order $150. That's what I'm saying. I buy that much. It's unreal. There's Canada. Canada the penny had pennies, but Canada pennies they stopped doing them. So that's 62. That's 62 BU. And there's that's 60. That's 63s. Because Canada's different from American. Because the Canadian ones have got I've got Queenie. I've actually got Queenie on the. I'm trying to find them. The use of Queen Elizabeth on the opposite side. On the opposite side. So Queen Elizabeth was actually something to do with Canadian. I don't know if she married a Canadian and she ended up, or whether it was because she ended up in Commonwealth countries because they were tied up with all this about the Commonwealth way back. So she's dinged me, as I'm saying. It's like on that Canadian maple leaf. She's on the maple leaf. I'm yuck, Queenie's on the maple leaf. But it's the maple leaf. I like the maple leaf. I think the maple leaf looks beautiful. It's not Queenie that's done it. The thing me that make it. I'm like, yuck. Why did she have to get on so many coins? So she obviously interfered. She put her big nose. She put her big. That's why. That's why she's actually pictured with a big nose. Because she stuck her nose. She stuck her nose in other people's affairs. That's why she had a big nose. Or that's why they made her with a big nose. See, I don't say that I know all the information, but I sort of understand it to a certain point. because the royals, because if you go way back, these lords and manors, or the lords of the manors, they couldn't they couldn't marry poverty. They had to marry the aristocrat, what they call the aristocrats. So they ended up they married into as in other families or other reigns. Everybody's like, you must have swallowed a bloody dictionary. No, I always have been interested in history. I was never good at geography. I was more into the history because I loved history. I loved trying to understand history itself because they always used to say, as in if history had been rewrote, or as in if you had a time capsule and went back, you would mess up as in the history that was if you went to change it. There's silver proof, there's proof silver, there's Michigan. That's what I like the see that's why I like the quarters, because the quarter dollar has actually different ones on the silver on the silver proofs. They have different designs on them. And that's what put me into these coins, was because the different designs on the reverse of the coin, because it's not the same reverse on the Wheaties are the same all the way through till they stop making them in fifth and 50 and I think it was 58, and then it ends up with looks to be like the White House as in pictured on the back. Yeah, if you look at it, it says impaired, impaired, impaired proof. It looks like silver. That's Iowa. Well, if I get any state quarters and I've got more of a certain date year, give me a shout. Or if you've got ones that you've got doubles, because that's what I like about these, because they've got different reverse designs, because they've not got all the same. You get fed up with looking at the same design on a coin. You're like, "Oh, do I have to look at that? Do I have to keep looking at that? It's just the same." It's like you going into an auction, you see the same coins over and over again. You get fed up with looking at them. That's what my dad says. Like when you do eBay, you're wanting fresh stock all the time, because if you keep putting the same thing on over and over and over again, people get bored of it. They get sick of seeing the same thing constantly. So you got to change it up. It's like changing it. They call it changing it up a gear. That's why I don't tend to. If I do a video, I finish the video and I might never get the video finished or the next part of it. I'll do it, do it to the end, and then I move on to the next. I move on to the next thing because I don't want to. I don't want to bore people. See, I'm not too fussed about the book, Andrew, because if you start putting them in an album as in the actual coin, they get musty and everything else, and then they end up they start toning and that. I try to like them when they're sort of like that, because you can see all the detail and all the rest, and it's they like they look like brand new. Because what I do is when I build a collection of the stuff that I'm not going to sell, I put it into a box what I do is I'll go through it and I go, right, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep that, I'm going to keep this, going to keep that, going to keep that, going to keep that, going to keep that. And then I check, you make sure that I've not got any doubles there. And then I put it in a box in one of the medium priority boxes. And then I take it down the stairs and I put it in the other cupboard and say, right, that's that. But the room I haven't done that for a while with the cupboards. I've got 5 boxes down there now that I've went, right, they're all packed away. I'm not gonna, that's not coming back out again. And I'm like, right, but I've got about 5 or 6 boxes or 7 boxes, and the room is actually, it's gradually taking over the room. It's going that that way, but the door, there's only another couple of foot, and then you've got the door. I know I like to try and keep them because they're already in flux, buddy. I've got the like, it looks like big. I've got sheets. I've actually got sheets. I bought sheets for a guy in, I think it was Sussex or something. Some frog called Frog something. I bought them for him, and they were quite, the sheets. And then I was like, and I saw Ian doing sheets, and I was like, wonder if I do sheets like that. I, every time see, I okay, I don't like the guy, or I don't, I don't, I like him, but I don't. If you get me. But sometimes I tend to watch one of their live shows, and sometimes I get an idea of it, and I'm like, that I could use that idea slightly, or I could adapt that idea. That idea. Well, I think there's doubles in that, Andrew. That's how I was asking you. Would you reckon, ding me, they're worth each? Because it was night. I noticed there was I think it was 4 of 70. There was 4 of 71s in that, and then there was other ones, but I wasn't going to go all the way through it because I would have been sitting there for another about 5 minutes or so going through that. That's why I just ding me. As I reckon I bought that as no, because sometimes if he's been shot, sometimes what he does is he emails the whole entire ones that are usually in, that go into his auction, and he'll usually put a sheet, or tell you in a sheet, and then he'll put on it what he's after, or what price that he's after. And I think that's what happened, because I don't remember me buying them in a sale, and if they had been in a sale, I would have ended up having to pay quite a good bit for to get them, as in like that. Because I've seen them dead funny money, and he's probably turning around and says, "Well, you dilly that, you," because I'm dilly dally. I'm one of these people I dilly dally to try and figure out if it's worth it, or whether it's worth buying it. And sometimes that dilly dally, and that's what the Lemonhead says, you dilly dally, you'll miss it. And he's right. Good stuff goes quick. I think I took that out of that. I fucking just lost a whole section. Probably think it, probably or there, probably put it in another bag. Sometimes it's in bags so to stop it getting broken. Because that's annex again. I don't know if I pulled these out and where I've just took them back out again. There are sometimes get mixed up. Take stuff out and then I end up thinking, and then I got talking, and then I go on to something else, and then the subject. That's what people say. But your topic changes. I know it does, because I tend to a bottle. I'm one of these people. A bottle thing. A bottle so much up, and then all of a sudden I've got so much to talk about, and then I'll instead of doing it in different videos, I'll do it on one live stream, and then I'll have nothing to talk about for the next couple of weeks or whatever, and then I'll do the same again. Because I tend to bottle it up. It's like storing the topic. And then all of a sudden I'll have that much to talk about in one section. Oh, I know, Ramon, I know, buddy. That's how I didn't ding me, because I wasn't, that's what I'm saying, I wasn't expecting you to do that. That's how I looked at it with Cheapskate, and I was looking at it and thinking, is it worth it? And then I'm like, hang me, and then I'm like, I would really like them, because ding me, I think, or nickels or whatever they were. But although you've done that, you don't want nothing in return for that. But I will return you that. I don't see why you should be out of pocket. I'm like that. That's what I'm like. High treasure woman. I'm like that. Because I don't expect to be given stuff for nothing. I've never been that kind of person. Just expect it. That's just December 22nd, 2020. It's just the bottom of it's just fell out. But luckily it fell into the bag. There's that looks like 71. That looks like 71D. That's 71D. 71D. I bought two rolls. It might have been in a two lot. Sometimes that happens. Lemonhead will put like 2 in a lot, or 5 in a lot, or whatever, or 3 in a lot, and it'll say 67 or whatever, and he'll show it, and then all of a sudden they'll go, I want that. Sometimes I tend to start an auction and no expect you actually end up owning it, and then end up the hammer falls down to me, and I'm not one of the people that'll turn around and say to somebody, "I'm going to ding me. I'm not going to buy that," or can I retract it? I'm not one of the people. Once I put my hand up for something, because you can't do that in a real auction. You can't turn around and say to them, "Well, I retract that bid." They throw you out. You would get actually thrown out in a real live auction, and that's why I tend to not do it. I've only ever done it once where I dinged me and I was like, can I actually put that back? And it wasn't a real auction, but it was on YouTube, and I actually get into trouble for doing it. And when somebody gives me into trouble for doing something, I don't do it again. I don't let it happen again, because I remember it. Once I get a good ticking off for something I've done, because it's like saying something. It's different saying something and not meaning to say it, and somebody gives you a ticking off and says you haven't. But then you need to give me a reason why am I not allowed to say it? Why are you telling me I'm not allowed to say it for in the first place? If you can give me an answer of why I've not to say it, then I won't say it again. But when you just tell me off and say no, you haven't to say it, I start to wonder. Are you just telling me because you don't want me telling it? Or is there a reason? Right, guys, that's me. That's it, finished. Done, dusted, gone. That's that one done. And I'm not opening Ding Me, I'm not opening Joe's. That's another day. Yours is another one for a different day. I just want to design my eyes and to do Lemonhead's one because it's all now going back into the box, but where it goes in back right or not is two different things. I'm trying to remember what way it went in the first place. That stuff was in that box. The some books were in that box. Hello, treasure woman. I seen you already. I knew you were there. That's all. Had a pizza, let it go cold. Still got my dinner yet. Because by the time mum done it ended up or put it in the oven. And then I'm going to put, this is all going back into the box, the white come back out, the white come out. So that's that. And then that goes in there like that. That goes in there like that. That goes in there like that. That's what I'm saying. Because they're nice to have as well, Andrew, them. But that's what they are all. They're all, that's what it says, proofs. A proof set. Because in a proof set you get, that's what I'm saying, in a proof set you get the 5 coins in it. Because that's the way I like, that's the way I like them. I like them like that. I think they're nice like that. I actually like them better like that. But not all of them are silver. Not all of them are silver. But then the quality of them's nice. I was just starting to. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm getting tidied up. I want to get tidied up, and then I'm going to end up. I'm going to shoot, and I'm trying to see if I can get stuff in this box, and then I'm away. I've done what I've had to do. That was the whole idea, was to get further on with it. You might have to bear with me, Andrew, as in my pictures and stuff like that, as in as you said about the doublers and stuff, because I'll need to sort it. I'll need to sort it through, or go through to sort it, to figure it all out, because it takes me time to do that. Because I definitely was thinking about that maple leaf. I didn't even know it was there. I totally forgot all about it. It wasn't until I picked it up there and I'm like, hold on a minute. And I'm like, But then that's when I'm giving, that's what I'm saying, when I'm giving you a price, that's what I probably I'm giving you exactly what I paid. Is exactly what I paid for it. That's what I said. I only need that cut a wee bit extra just to thing me, so it covers the as in, because sometimes you pay that wee bit extra in auction for certain bits just to own it. It's like going into a car auction, you see a car and you're like, I really like that car, but then you've got three other bidders on top of you, and then you get people that come into it and they do it for the sake of bidding over the top, bidding over the top, bidding over the top. You to ding me to jack the price up, so you pay more, and then they start standing there laughing at you, thinking it's funny, thinking it's funny that they've done it. They've done it, and they've done it. They've done it for the sheer funny. It, thinking it's funny. You then you think to yourself, well, what's the point? But that's what happens. That's dealers for you. It happens. And that's what I said to you. Try and be. I can't see Andrew. Get a notification of somebody else. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm always get stuff come as soon as I get paid again, and I know there's enough money in that account. There's enough money in that account to thing me because the only fear that I've got about that bank account is eventually that account ends up overdrawn, and the account's never been overdrawn since the last time. Since the last time, because it was only when I was with my ex that happened about overdrawn. The account's never overdrawn, but then you're trying to watch your balance, and as you see your balance going down, you think, hold on a minute, you've got to have a cut off point, and that's what I usually do. When I get to that cut off point, I'm like, no more. I've got to actually physically tell myself, no more. That's it. That's it. No more for this week or this month. As in, that's it. It's finished for this month. But then I end up with like three, but I bet you any money there was I bet you any money there was three boxes lying at Lemons. I bet you any money that. I bet you if I went and hang me emailed Lemonhead and says how many boxes do I actually own, he'd probably turn around and say at least three are it. But I don't turn around and I don't ask him if it's full. I wait until he tells me it's full. It's full. It needs to go. Okay, right. They send me the shipping bill for that one. So there might be two left sitting there. Because I build up enough stock. I build up enough stock for the box. That's what I'm saying. I build up enough stock for the box for them to fill the box. So I end up, it's like you saying about doing me short video. I should be doing shorter videos. You're right. I'm not disagreeing with you, and I'm not going to have a go at you saying you're wrong and ding me as in don't tell me what to do. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to say that. I wouldn't say that to you because I'm not that type of person. I know you're trying to hang me, help me as in trying to give me that bit of advice, and I'm grateful for you giving me that bit of advice. That much stuff. That's what I'm saying. I get that much stuff coming in. It's unreal because I can't. It's like an addiction. It's like an addiction you have. The addiction gets worse as time goes on. It's like a junkie having an addiction to drugs. but because I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't have anybody else in my life, so I might as well spend it and enjoy it. That's what my dad did. My dad spent what he had and enjoyed it until the day he died. But the thing is, he had an accident. He had an accident 3 times, and he ended up. They found out there was two blood clots in his head. There was two blood clots in his head, and it went up to Here Myers. Here Myers didn't even find it. It wasn't until he was taken to the other Royal Southern General and they done an X-ray in his head and they found two blood clots. And they says if that was left any longer, he would have been dead. He would have been dead. So there should have been a claim. There should have been a claim for that, but we never did. We never fought it. We never fought it for him. But luckily, mum ended up being his guardian or whatever they call it, the guardianship, and he was left where he felt that, do you know what I mean? In his own home, where he was quite happy at his own home instead of being put in a nursing home. Because these nursing homes, they end up, they take all their money off from the rest. I've heard stories about nursing homes, and I was like, he's not going into a nursing home because he come me and my sister. They actually come with all the paperwork, and fun enough, the solicitor that's done my dissolve my marriage and also doing the one from my children, he actually done the guardianship for my dad, from my dad. So that's I thought, well, that's a coincidence in its own. Because I don't tend to go off in one with somebody. I used to years ago. If somebody told me to tell me about fucking to you, who you talking? Do you know what I mean? Who you talking to? But now I sort of mellowed out my old age. I sort of mellowed because I've realised that I've made the mistakes, and tend to push people. When you do that, you tend to push people away, and you end up they don't want to be near you. They don't want to be even with you because you've been that way with them. So I tend not to. But you're right. I actually need to do the 6 boxes because I need to sort it all back out again. Because I did have 2 boxes that were for sale, or 2 boxes of stuff that were actually for sale, and I had it like that parked there. But now it's got itself all mixed up because it's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 boxes underneath it. There's a box on top of each other. So there's 1, 2 boxes there. Then there's another 3 sat there. Plus them 2 that come in this, plus 2 that come in this week. And I think there's another 2 that's to come in. And I've just paid. That's what I said to you on in a message. That's how I said to you in a message. As in ding me, I just ordered the other one because he's having Lemonheads. I don't want to get into it. It's for him to talk about, not me. And I says to him, well, if you need to do the shipping early, do the shipping early. That's how I said to you, I've paid it. I've already paid it. So there's a box still to come. So that's one. And then there's another one behind that. So there's another one. And then I think there's another one that's still to come for Joe as well. So that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping in that last box your 2 items that you paid for are in that box. Because I wanted to basically give you what I wanted to do was I wanted to give I shouldn't be showing that. No, I showed the address. I don't want to do that. I was gonna give you that, but put Joe's. What I was gonna do was I was gonna put Joe's bit in there, and then send you that, and then it meant then I only owed you the two for Lemonhead, the one that you bought off of me, and the one you got off of Lemonhead, because by rights, Lemonhead should have sent you it, but then I said to you, well, why don't you put it in my package because I send it to you anyway. it made it easier, so that then you weren't paying a shipping charge. And I don't know what the shipping charge would have been for that one bit, because you bid for it, because you told me, dang me, and I didn't get a chance. You get in there first, which was a good thing actually, because you turned around and says, "I actually, but ask him to bring that up." Exactly. Aye, that's what I'm saying, because I put what I've done with you is I put um I put some capsules and stuff in it for you. I put some capsules. I had other sizes, so I put capsules, and I hang me. I actually had Scent Hoarder sent me a tube, and it looked about the size of halves. So I've actually put it in, because I didn't know how quick you actually needed them empty tubes, because they're ordered. They should be in there as well. I know. I'm always thinking, because when you do stuff like this, even if you're a collector, you want it also it's all neat and tidy. I'm the same. I'm not OCD, but I do like it tidy, and I do like it in a certain. I like it in a sort of order, so I know where everything is. Because my mum won't touch nothing. Because if she touched something, I would go absolutely laps. I used to go off my head, but I'm not. I'm not so bad now. But if she puts it somewhere where I don't know where it is, I'll have the place upside down till I find it. It's like that 1909 S. I'm sure I had it, and I don't know where that went. It could be under the drawers for all I know. I don't know. And if it was it a VDB? I don't know. I never checked the back yet. All I know, it was 1909. I think it was an S. And I showed it to It was Conan. It was Conan for Fantasia. I put it underneath the microscope, and he saw it. And do you know what you've got there? And I'm like, no. I'm one of these people. I buy that much stuff. I don't even look at it. Sometimes I don't even look at it properly. Just look at it. Okay, that's that. Because I'm wanting to try and get as I said, I want to try and get a full load of different years, like 72, 73, 74. I want to go all the way back, because I haven't seen the coins before. Because that's what I'm saying. I only just got the passport last. I only got the passport last year. The passport's in there somewhere. Because I want to go away on holiday. I'm actually thinking about going to America. I'm actually thinking of going over, because they've got a show in Ohio. I want to be able to go to the show. I'm dying to go to the show, because I was going to go there last year, but I didn't get there because if whatever happened. I can't remember what happened. Something happened, and I couldn't get there. And they all went, but they all had fun with each other, as they actually got to see each other in person. That's what I want to be able to do, because I want to be able to do a couple of collaborations, because that's when Dean said about going to the Mint. That's what I said. As long as I don't bump into him, and then that's how I said to you. They're all going to the Mint. They're thinking about going to the Mint. How do you fancy meeting up, so we can do a collaboration with different? Because that's with Jeanette Pickering. They done it in Manchester or somewhere. There was a big meet up, and there was like 7 of them. They all met up with each other, and they done a collaboration. We meeting up with each other, and I've always wanted to do that, because usually friends and that and relationship, as I said, it's not really my strong point. I tend to, I don't know. It's not that I push people away. I just sometimes I like my own back space, but I like company. But I've got to feel comfortable. I've got to feel comfortable with the company I'm in. If I don't feel welcome, that's what I want to be able to do. I want to take a thing to bring the suitcase back full. I've got plans in my head, Andrew, but I can't talk when you hear about them. I think me, I've got plans in my head exactly I've got it planned, but whether it works that way is two different things. Because it's got me right in. That's what I'm saying. It's got me right into it because they made me feel welcome. They brought me into the community, and they made me feel welcome. They didn't. I didn't have to build up trust and all that, Carol. Because this is what I don't understand about this. The other side, because nationwide was more with them lot, as in more like with Hans Coins and that. And when Warren went his own separate ways, it sort of brought some of the team this way instead of that way. So it's sort of coming together because you're getting to know people because they're out of his vicinity. So they're not in his live stream all the time. So you're now starting to get to know the certain ones, as in the UK collectors, because they were all over that side. But it annoys me because there's certain people banned, and they shouldn't be banned because he's not ever gave them he's not even gave them a chance. He's only, but then he's sectioning us out because we're supporting as in somebody that he fell out with, and it's got nothing to do with us. It's got nothing to do with us. It's got nothing to do with us lot. It's between him and Warren. It's nothing to do with between us. But because we're supporting them, we're all then getting sectioned out and told we're not allowed in. So you're feeling as if you're missing out because they're getting coins and winning coins that you're like, I would like the coins for my own collection or to put into somebody else's collection because I'm like that. If I don't like it, I'll put it into somebody else's collection. I sent Charles Kelly a £2 William Shakespeare coin and sent it to America in his package. I also done it with Kevin Hubbard. I sent him a £5 note, actual £5 note you can spend, and gave him a whole load of stuff and says, right, thank me because he wanted to trade. I would like coins as in it's UK. That's what I'm saying. I have people that sponsor me or they not sponsor but they support me as in on my channel, and then they'll say to me, there's certain coins that I would like in my collection. So then I'm like, well, and then they eventually tell because I don't say to them an email or email me. If they start talking to me and then when they start opening up, I find out things. And I'm like, you really like that? I do really like that. I might be able to. I'll see what, because I'm like my dad. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. And then I'm down me, and then I might turn around and say, well, I can trade something with them. I really like that, or something that they do. Because that was the whole idea, was to make a channel, take stuff off of people, as in like, that done sort of different stuff in their channel, and then resell it on mine's, as in it was handmade, that was different, so that then it was getting their name out there. But it didn't quite happen that way. Some people are like, I don't do anything that's unusual. I hang me because I'm one of these oddball people. I see something that's unusual. I'm like, I know somebody that like that, or I like that, because there's been certain things that I've liked when I worked in Dorset Reclaim, and I went back in, as in, at the end of the night, it was gone. It was gone. The same thing that I liked. I like that. That's unusual. That's different to everybody else. It's different taste in its own. Then I'd picture it and send it to the thing with my ex at the time. She was my wife and then become my ex wife. I would send it to her and say, look, I seen this. I think I can get it for that. And I think that's unusual because she didn't like the taste as well. We seemed to hit it off when we first we got me each other. Because I tell you what happened, the story of them. I ordered stuff off of Amazon, and the picture showed them, but in the description it said coin capsule. So I thought that the company, because they were showing them pictures, it would be them. And when I received them, they were them. So I didn't want them. So then I had to then order. I knew who he go and see then. I was like to Lemonhead, I was like, can you ding me as and I need, can you give me the nickel? Because sometimes the scent ones are slight, depending who makes them, they can either be they look they look the size, but then when you put them in, they seem to be tight in them. As I said, why don't you ding me? That's how I ordered when I ordered you as ding me, and I says, well, why don't you take two of them so you get the size that you want, but then buy two nickels as well, so you can work out what the size difference between them. And it means then they're not tight in them, so when you shake the thing, there's a bit of leeway between them, so you can put them in it. That's what I was thinking at the time, because I've had tubes, and every now and again, depending who the manufacturer is for the tubes, sometimes the dimensions on the inside is different to what's on the outside. That's how I said to you about it. That's how I made you that up, because I sealed it with all the thing with the seal machine. But I'll just reopen it once the thing because I think the one that you bought off of Joe as in that Philomena, and then I ended up saw another three of them. I think your other one for Joe, it's either in that one or it's in the set or it's in the other one that's due. I told him to put it in it. Oh, I know, I get it. That's what I'm saying. I try and keep a record in my head. Sometimes I forget to mark it down. And then I said to you, what did I? And then I'm like, did he buy one that dinged me that I did? And then I said to you, is it two or is it three? And then you're telling me about the silver bar. And I'm like, that's what I try to tell you. Don't count the silver bar. That's off this. That's off your trade, because I traded that to you to get the thing me, because you done that for me for that one that the package that ended up in 114. That's what I'm saying. I try and not keep too much in memory, because if I had 5 or 6 clients and they all bought stuff off of me and then put the money in my account, I would forget which is which. So I try and keep a record. I try and keep a tally of it. That's what I was trying to tally up in my head, Andrew. Exactly what thing me, and that's how I sort of got myself mixed up, and I'm like, did he get one off of Lemonhead before that maybe me bought off me, as in that he saw? Because I remember we were saying about 2 different items. I keep all the records in Messenger. I don't get rid of them, and I'm same with the emails. I have emails that have been like for 6 months, as in it's kept records. So I keep the records for them. As everything's marked against them. That's what I said to them. If they send me a request for payment, it gives me an invoice sheet or whatever against it, so I know I can then go back and if anything happens, because that's what we were saying about that carry on with Justin Busman. I said to somebody, I says, Andrew can verify it. I says, because Andrew was there, because it should have been two silver lots, the last 2 auctions. I know sometimes I throw you under the bus, but it's not that I do it. I'm just trying to explain the story, or what it is I'm trying to get, the point I'm trying to make. I wouldn't bash you, mate. That's one thing. I don't bash people. I tend to take all the that's what I'm saying. You take all the good points to a channel, because we were talking about it down because I brought up the Justin Busman carry on. I don't know why it came up, Because I sort of thing me. Ramon, sometimes it can take if it's like that one was saying, like, I think the back end of February or something. It didn't ended up coming to like like I think last week or something. It didn't come, so it can take like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, depending how quick or how slow they are. Is what happens is it goes into USP when you send it. It goes USPS goes to a pickup point, then goes through that post office on to somewhere else, and then it goes on to the customs. Then it gets past the cost. If it's a large packet, it gets it gets past customs, and then goes on for because that's what people say. Don't put coins in it. Put it as metal art or something, or picture frames or something else, as they won't even look at it. If the only time they'll open it up if they think there's a foreign body or something in it that's not supposed to be in it, or if they're doing a check. They only do a check every now and again. They don't check it all the time. I've had parcels umpteen and never had one yet. As you would know if they opened it, there would be a letter or something inside it, or you would tell it would be opened. But Andrew will tell you, there's nothing. It's no. People say, oh, this, that, and the other, and it's no. Certain places have got different rules. You just watch your rules, but it gets past at customs and then it goes for customs. If it's going to UK, it goes on to USPS customs, American customs. It's past there and then it goes on further, and then it goes, and then there's another customs again as it comes back off, and then it goes because Heathrow. I sat and watched all my tracking details. They told me to try and figure it out because I wanted to figure it out because I was like, I want to find out how it works, how this system works, how does it work, and why does it work that way. I'm one of these people I like to know why it works and how it works. I'm one of these people who take something apart just to find out, just to be nosy, to figure out. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's Andrew. That's it. I put yours together, Andrew, so I knew exactly where it was, so it wouldn't get mixed up. Because I had it. That's what I'm saying. It was under there. A black unit. It's like it looks like like a wheel desk thing. There's three shelves in it. There's one that's bigger than the other. And your package was down at the bottom, buddy. That's what it was. It was sitting down there. I try and keep the room tidy so I can get up and down. Because I can't move. I can hardly move because of the feet leg. It's not as if the foot doesn't move. It's a fixed foot. So you turn that. You can't turn it that way. You can't do it like that. As in because that's the foot on the other one on this one. I move that one, but when it comes to the other, I end up bumping into stuff and all that. It's a nightmare sometimes. You got to keep the room clear. Get in and out. There you go. I'm going to finish because I'm done the thing. I'm going to jump into the thing with Gas Nations because I see Gas Nation as in thing went live and she's having problems in herself with some thing or something. I don't know. So